full of Negro spirituals. These spirituals have what we'll call hidden messages.
All right, yeah.
So those hidden messages were for the slaves that were trying to find freedom, to be able to talk to each other and warn each other of what the dangers were. So that message in wade in the water means that if you're trying to escape and you hear the dogs coming from the slave masters, if you trouble the waters, if you get in the water, the dogs will not be able to track you. So that was our way of communicating with each other. Over the years, the slaves and their descendants adopted Christianity, the religion of their masters. They reshaped it into deeply personal ways of dealing with oppression of their enslavement. Their songs, which were become known as spirituals, reflected the slaves' needs to express their faith. They knew about Adam and Eve in the garden, about Moses and the Red Sea. They sang of the Hebrew children and Joshua at the Battle of Jericho. They tell you about Mary, Jesus, God, and the devil. If you stood around long enough, you'd hear a song about the blind man seeing and God troubling the water. Ezekiel seeing a wheel. Jesus being crucified and raised from the dead. If slaves couldn't read the Bible, they would memorize biblical stories that they heard and translate them into songs. The songs were also used to communicate with one another without knowledge of their masters. This was particularly the case when a slave was planning to escape bondage and seek freedom by way of the Underground Railroad. Spirituals were created and were passed orally from person to person. These folk songs were improvised and suited the singers. There is record of approximately 6,000 spirituals of sorrow songs. However, the oral tradition of the slave ancestors and the prohibition against slaves learning to read or write meant that the actual number of songs is unknown. Some of the best spirituals include Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child, Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen, Steal Away, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, Go Down Moses, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, Every Time I Feel the Spirit, Let Us Break Bread Together on Our Knees, and Wade in the Water. Bringing it home a little more personal, Black History in Chambers County. My big brother, Perry Griggs, was a graduate of 1972 graduate of Lynette High School.
Come on.
After he graduated, he had signed with a couple of colleges, and after those two colleges that he had signed with made changes, and the coaches that he signed with were no longer there, he ended up back at home with nothing to do. Well, one of the coaches from school called him and came by the house and told him that he had bus ticket for him to Troy, Alabama, Troy State University in Alabama. And he and a friend of his, Vincent Boyd, got on that bus and went to Troy. While he was at Troy State, he made many accomplishments. Broke many records, set many records. After Troy, in 1977, he was drafted into the NFL by the New York Jets.
Lord have mercy.
He played professional ball with the New York Jets, the Atlanta Falcons, the Green Bay Packers, and then I don't remember the Baltimore Colts. The Colts. The article says Baltimore Colts, but I don't remember Baltimore Colts, but I'll say Baltimore Colts. And I remember him going to Winnipeg, Canada, to the Canadian League. And after the league, he went to Connecticut to live, and there he met his lovely wife, and they moved to Atlanta with their daughter, and they currently reside in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So that's my big brother, who I'm proud, very proud of. Also, my great niece, which is a product of New Hope Missionary Baptist Church. She grew up here also. That is my late sister's granddaughter. Her mother went here, came here also. Ataya Griggs. She has set history as the first black Lady Panther basketball player to hold the highest career point score. On February 6, 2017, Ataya Bridges, class of 2017, Lynette High School graduate. Miss Lanala, and number 4 in her class, was awarded a plaque for currently holding the title of the highest career points in LHS history, with over 2,500 points during her high school career. She also had the most points scored, which was 44 points, in a single game against Valley High School, which is our biggest rival. One of our biggest rivals. Lafayette is also.
Don't do it.
Her high school record consists of offensive rebounds, 183, defensive rebounds, 221, and rebounds, 409 assists, 186 steals, 414 blocks, 20 turnovers, 401 turnovers, and 222 fouls. We're going to count the fouls. Nominated for the State of Alabama Basketball Player of the Year for 2 years in a row. She attended Shelton State College from 2017 to 2019 and received her associate's degree in science. Attended the Texas Southern University from 2019 to 2021 and received her bachelor's in health and kinesiology.
Amen.
Graduating magna cum laude and currently attends Texas Southern University.
Amen.
And will graduate summa cum laude in May of 2023 with a master's in health and kinesiology.
Lord have mercy.
So I'm very proud of her. You probably don't need to clap on this one, but it's okay. No, I'm just joking. I too have my moment in Black History.
Come on, right?
When I was in school in Atlanta, Georgia, the Atlanta College of Business, I ended up meeting the godfather of soul, James Brown. James Brown, the godfather of soul. Every Wednesday night, he had a dance show called Future Shop.
Come on.
So every Wednesday night, college students would go over to WTCB, the TV station that was right across from our dorm, and do the dance show every Wednesday night. Well, not only was I on the show, I also have a t-shirt commercial with James Brown, the godfather of soul. So if you can Google me, James Brown t-shirt commercial, you will see me, 17-year-old me, in the t-shirt commercial. So I am proud. I'm very proud. So not only am I Black History, but we all are Black History because we are survivors and we have endured a lot. Over 400 years of slavery, our forefathers suffered and died for us. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you.
Bless you, Mr. Come on, y'all. Give God some praise.